Greetings everyone, this is your ICT facilitator, ICT tutor. On this, we are going to be looking at ICT again under our slogan where each one should teach one. This is Mutebi and today we are going to be zeroing down to our element of construct 3 and ICT paper 1840, item 4 and 5, section B, part 2. Remember, on this section, we normally look at information access and sharing, where we say under our element of construct that says accesses, stores, and shares information using ICT. So we are going to be using an item-based assessment where we are to interact here and there to see how learners should respect this item as they attend to it. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for the good comments for those that are following up. Remember, for every item that I do, I post each and every detail in the video description. And for those that want to follow, share, access, connect up with me, please, I have been able to put the link to my WhatsApp group in the video description. Please go check it up and then work with me. Thank you so much. Let's go straight. So before we navigate through, I want us to first understand each and every detail that I've prepared on this. Remember, our element of construct 3 says the learner accesses, stores, and shares information using ICTs, and I've been able to draft some of the topics that we have to respect or that we have to keep on our tip as we navigate through. Questions from all items from this section are always depicted from around 3 topics, and our first topic is files and folder management, where we have topic 2, which says information access and sharing. And then we have electronic publication, then web design. These are the topics that tend to make up our element of construct 3, which focuses on accessing, storing, and sharing information. So in our session for today, we are going to be using an item-based assessment, where we are to use an item to follow through with our discussion. I have prepared a very, very nice item here, which we are going to be using to orient our learners on the do's and don'ts as they do respect the item. This is from Moots ICT Examination Consult, Information and Communication Technology, paper 1, 840/1, section B, part 2. We have a very good item, and they're telling us under this item 3 that a charity-led organization called Mothers for Uganda, based in a certain town, is organizing a nutrition and health challenge for community members under the theme Healthy Meals, Strong Bodies. Then they are continuing and they're saying that in the same aspect, health challenge for community members under the theme Healthy Meals, Strong Bodies. The aim is to encourage they're telling us here, sorry, the aim is to encourage residents to promote healthy eating and improve their fitness through small home garden projects. Interested individuals are asked to obtain a form from the organization's website, fill it in manually, and send it via email. Look, each and every detail we tend to read through, we have to give it attention because we are going to be using them as building blocks. They're telling us that the aim is to encourage residents to promote healthy eating and improve their fitness through small home projects. But the activities are starting now. They're telling us that interested individuals are asked to obtain, obtain a form from the organization's website. Very good. Access the form from the organization's website. Fill it in manually. Building blocks. Fill it in manually. Very good. And send it via email. We are going to send it via email, and our email is info@mothersforug.co.ug is what we have here. So now, after that, your friend, the LC1 chairperson, is excited about the program, but is worried about how to complete the application process. He has asked you to assist him. Look, so when you check here, they're telling us that the tasks that we are going to be executing, one is to obtain a form from the organization's website. After that, fill it in manually and send it via email. We are going to obtain the form. After obtaining, we shall fill that form manually, and the form we shall collect it from the website. But then after, we are going to send our form via email. So your friend, the LC1 chairperson, is excited about the program, but is worried about how to complete the application process. He has asked you to assist him. Task: write step-by-step guideline to help your friend. Remember, items from this section, section A, section B, part 2, they can be online items, they can be offline items, and they can be both. For example, this item, we are going to be running it online, where we are going to obtain a form from the site, but then we shall fill it in manually, and then we shall send it back via email. Now, looking at all this, the candidate has to plan. The candidate has to go on and come up with a plan that they are going to use. For example, when you check here, we said that you have to introduce your question. After introducing, you will go on to give us what we call planning phases. You're free to come up with these planning phases, or you can go straight and start giving us the detail. You are free to use bullets, or you can write an essay format where you explain each and every detail. When you check here, the candidate has been able to introduce the question, as you see. After introducing, he went on to give us what we call planning phases. We are going to check them up. And then these planning phases, they were used as building blocks. When you check here, all these are planning phases. We are going to check them one by one. And then he had over 4 planning phases. Let's see what we have here. We will be given full scores every time we follow your plan, and then we can achieve the desired objective. They're telling us that under our introduction, for the chairperson to apply for the competition successfully, we need to say a focus introduction. A focus introduction is that has what we call the character. It is focused, it is having the scenario blended very well. That's why when we read here, they're telling us that for the chairperson to apply for the competition successfully, he will need a scanner, printer, computer, internet, and web browser, to mention but a few. Below are the steps he will follow to access, download, print, and submit the form online. Step number 1, connection and powering on devices is our first step. So for the chairperson, or for the chairperson LC1 to obtain, to apply for this challenge, they are telling him, remember, the task is to access this form online, fill it manually, and send it via email. But for him to do all this, we are telling that, please, your step number 1 should be connection and powering on devices, which you'll be using as you do the task. And here we have said, turn on the computer by pressing the power button. Connect the printer and the scanner, then switch them on. Create a folder and save the documents. To do this, right-click on the desktop, choose the option New from the drop-down menu, and then select folder identified by a yellow icon. I want to see that when I read through your work, do we really pick up? Do we get the message well? Turn on the computer by pressing the power button. Nice. Connect the printer and the scanner, then switch them on. Create a folder and save the documents. To do this, even the candidate is going an extra mile to guide the LC1 chairperson. To do this, please right-click on the desktop. Choose the option in New from the drop-down menu and then select folder identified by a yellow icon. Why are we going this extra mile? Because they're telling us that your friend, the LC1 chairperson, is excited about the program, but is worried. Look, he's worried. Why? He doesn't know how to go around with this activity. So you, as the candidate attending to the item, please go an extra mile to break down the steps for him to understand. Step number 2, download the form from the website. If the website is mentioned, please go on and mention it here. Access the internet connection. Launch or open a web browser like Google Chrome. Some people write, they can come here and say, Chrome. Please write the full form, write the full name of that browser. Open a web browser like Google Chrome. After opening, what will happen? In the search bar, type the URL to access the organization's website. Very good. Navigate through the website to locate the required application form. So I want to feel the flow that after me accessing the web browser, I have to go on, access or type in my URL. If I told it's provided, you can even go on and say, type in the URL for the organization, which is www.mothers.com. And after that, navigate through the website to locate the required application form. Click on the link or the download button to download the form. I see. Click on the link or the download button to download the form. Step 3, print, fill in, and scan the form. Remember, in the scenario they said that we are going to be accessing this form from the website, but then we shall fill it in manually. When you check here, we are going to fill in this form manually. So how are we achieving this target where we have to fill this form manually? So checking here, I will come, let me make it visible for you so that we can be able to see. We are going to fill this form manually on this step where we are saying download the form. We are done downloading, print, fill in, and scan the form. Access the form from the downloads folder on your computer. Open and print it. To do this, go to the File tab on your ribbon, choose the option Print, and set the printer settings, e.g. number of copies, orientation, then click on the Print button. After printing, what will happen? Fill in the necessary information. After filling the necessary information, using the scanner, I want to start in each and every step. I want to be looking at the procedure and then the necessary tools, the necessary ICT tools. Here I'm saying the downloads folder, that is a tool. Here I'm saying that open and print it. To do this, go to the File tab on your ribbon. I'm mentioning tools each and every step. Choose the option Print and set the printer. The printer is a tool. The printer settings, e.g. number of copies, orientation, and click on the Print button. Fill in the necessary information. Using the scanner, remember we are downloading, filling the form manually, so I'm saying that fill in the necessary information. After printing, I'll get a pen, fill in the information, and then after filling, I'm saying using the scanner, which is a tool, convert the filled form and save it as a PDF file on your computer in the saved folder. Compress, yes, because they're telling us that we need to send this information on the email. So it will be very hard for you to send the folder on email if you have not zipped or compressed. So the candidate, an excellent learner that has used the emails before, he will tell us that compress here, compress or zip the folder proposals. Assuming you have a folder you saved as proposed on your desktop, please compress it, which will be attached to the email. To do this, how can we compress? They're telling the chairperson. To do this, right-click on the folder and select Send to. Compressed or zipped, your folder will be zipped. Let's see. Assuming I want to send a folder called Admissions Report. For me to compress this folder, I will right-click on it, go to Option, Show More. I'm using Windows 11. I'll go to Send it to. Then I choose option Compressed or Zipped folder. When I click here, this folder called Admissions will be zipped. And it is now over here. So they are telling us here that please go on and compress. After compressing, what happens? Send the form by email. Because they say that in the scenario here, fill it in manually and send it via email. And our email is info@mothersforug.co.ug. So I will come back here and say, send the form by email. Reopen the web browser. Remember, reopen the web browser, which was our Google Chrome. In the search bar, type gmail.com or yahoo.com, any email, or outlook.com, any service provider you're using, to access the login page. Click on Sign In. Enter your email address and password to access your email account. Click on Compose. Look, click on Compose to draft a new email. In the search, in the to field, enter the receiver's email. Please blend your submission to the scenario. Enter the receiver's email address, which was info@mothersprogress.org. I will come and then type it over there. Then after that, in the subject field, you see the candidate is trying to dissect even the email interface to guide the LC1 chairperson on how to apply for the challenge. Put this here, put that. So you have to be as clear as possible as you attend to this scenario. In the subject field, what should we type? Type a simple description such as application for the competition. In the body section, type a polite cover message like, "Dear sir, oh madam, kindly receive my application. Kindly receive my application for the competition. Attached is the application letter." Click on the attach button because we want to attach our application that we have put in the folder which we zipped. Click on the attach button to upload the PDF application letter. After attaching, click on the send or submit button. Wait for the confirmation message or check your sent folder to confirm delivery of the email. Log out of your email account. In conclusion, remember, I want to see an introduction, I want to see the body full of procedures and tools, and then I want to see the conclusion. And I'm saying, in conclusion, if the chairperson follows the above procedures, he will be able to apply for the competition successfully. My conclusion is relating to the scenario. So when we are marking, we shall put marks on the procedures, we shall put marks on the tools, we shall give a mark for the introduction, we shall give a mark for the conclusion, and then we shall also go on to attach a mark on the logical flow. That even if, when I come and I erase, for example, when I come and erase these planning phases like this, if I come and erase them, I'm deleting over these planning phases. If I delete them, the way I'm doing it now, if I delete them like this, then I come, I read through what the candidate has provided for the chairperson to apply for the competition successfully. The introduction, he will need a scanner, printer, blah. He comes here, turn on the computer by pressing the power button, connect the printer and the scanner, then switch them on, create a folder and save the documents, access the internet. But by the time I read through your steps, they should be connecting, they should be flowing, they should be logical, so that the LC chairperson follows them and is able to achieve the desired objective. So, candidates, remember our target is to get an A this year. So, please follow and apply as guided. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Remember, I have put all this in the video description, and those who want to join my WhatsApp group, remember I've also put the link in the video description. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.